Hello. So I am multitasking right now. So if I get out of breath, don't laugh at me. I'm doing a little hike, but I figured since I'm going downhill right now, I just pop on and, put this out there. One of the biggest struggles that I noticed with people that I come across on this journey of wellness is creating that momentum and creating that motivation. And people just really find it hard at times to get going. And now this is something that's going to come and go in your life. You're going to have moments where you're just super motivated, and then something will happen and it kind of stunts the growth. So, whoa, what was that? What I mean by that is people will struggle like, I just can't seem to stay on track. Like I will be good to go, and then something will happen, and then all of a sudden I have no motivation, or a lot of it revolves around like I'm tired, I have no energy, I'm drained, if this is something that you feel, fill in the blank. So here's the thing about it. Is you're being given an opportunity to recognize behaviors and habits that come into your life. So usually when you get started on something, and I'll say myself, okay, because I've done this, many of us have done this at some point or another. I wouldn't be where I'm at sitting here saying things to you if I haven't struggled with the same thing. So you get started on this journey, and life's going to come up. It is never going to be a perfect opportunity. It's going to throw a wrench at you. It's going to throw a stick in the road that's going to make you trip up. And the reason that happens is because you're creating... Ooh, I have to show you something. See these baby deers and the mama? Just had to show you that. So this journey is about creating new healthy habits and creating new behaviors. And what happens is we operate in different ways. Like we have times where we're just on autopilot with life. And what I mean by that is how many times you get in your car and let's say you're just driving and you ended up like going the wrong way, or let's say you were driving to the store and then you started driving to work or something. Like that's a perfect example of being on autopilot. And so when we do this, there's moments where we're literally in that conscious place where we're actually focused on what it is that we want. So you'll have these aha moments, right? You'll have these dreams, these ambitions, these things that you want to achieve, these goals, and you'll focus on them and you'll want it, even if you're somebody who, you've taken the actions for the week, you've done something like let's say you did some type of meal prep and you worked out 3 times for the week. And then next week rolls around and you're like, I did all this extra work and I'm just so tired. Well, our brains are now experiencing something different. And they're like, oh, wait, what? You going to keep doing this? Like, that's energy. That's more effort. Like, I don't want to do that. So this is change. This is outside of our normal our normal comfort bubble. So it'll send out signals like procrastination, for example. Like that's a thing. Your body doesn't want to have to expend that energy. So when you're creating habits, it's like I always tell clients, try to create them around things that you already do. Like if you're meal prepping, for example, meal prep during the time that you cook dinner. If you're not somebody who likes to cook dinner, well, there's a time where you're thinking about eating, right? Maybe you're at the grocery store, grab some extra things that you know is going to help set you up for success. Like put that shit in your phone, put it in your calendar. Like, if you can spend time scrolling through recipes and things that you want to make, just put something in there, a notification. Hey, grab some things for lunch tomorrow. And this can be applied to anything that you're trying to do in your life. It's going to take you getting uncomfortable. You're gonna have to take step by step. It's not gonna happen in 1 week. In fact, the times that life gets really challenging and throws in those just, spirals at you, those are the times that you really are going to see what you're made of. Those are the times that it's going to take pushing through. And I know it gets really hard, but you'll give to yourself what you believe that you deserve. So if you're sick and tired of being tired all the time, exhausted, but that's what you're giving to yourself. You're doing it by not really caring about what goes into your body or how much activity you do. And yeah, in the beginning, it's going to be rough because you're using energy and you're shifting things and your body doesn't like it. So physiologically, something's happening and psychologically. So you have these two factors taking place. Your body physically is telling you stuff and your brain is telling you. A lot of it's going to be your mindset and how you look at it and how you view it, what you surround yourself with, what you believe, what you tell yourself on a daily basis. In the beginning, you may not believe you're worth it, or you may completely self-sabotage all the time. But if you want it to change, you have got to do something different. There's no magic pill. You're the magic. You're the only person that can take one foot in front of the other, slow and steady, like a water pump. In the beginning, it's hard to get the water. It's hard to get that steady flow. In fact, a really awesome coach told me this. He said, when you're starting off and you're trying to gain momentum, it's like a water pump. Those old-fashioned ones that you gotta like pump at? You're not gonna get a lot of water at first, and it's a lot of work, and you're tired, and your muscles don't like it. But the more you keep pumping, the steadier that flow gets. And eventually, it kicks in, and you have this nice, beautiful flow of water. And when you stop pumping, the water starts to slow down again. So you'll have to keep pumping. And you're going to get tired and you're going to get unmotivated and shit's going to happen. And you're going to want to change things up. But the point is you have to show up. That's just the way it is with everything in life. With work, with family, relationships, health and wellness. It's not just going to happen because you dream it or because you want it. That's a big part of it. And that has a lot to do with what you see and how you visualize things and what the overall picture is or what's the goal you're trying to get to. But you still have to take action. You have to plan this and make those dives. Take those moves, take those strides, because that is what moves you forward and that's what moves you ahead. You look around at people that are like winning in life, maybe people you admire or people that you don't, or people that you're maybe you're feeling a little peanut butter and jealous about them. Think about it. Why is that? Why do certain people make you feel uncomfortable? And is it because they have momentum and you feel like you don't? So it's time that you just sit down and you have a talk with yourself. Like truly say like, okay, pinpoint the one thing that you could work on that could make the most drastic change, that could really be something that will move you ahead. And that could be nutrition for you, that could be fitness, that could be your mindset. And be willing to be patient and be willing to have failures and setbacks, but look at it. Don't be so offended all the time. Don't be so offended when you have screw ups. Like, look at the big picture. Like, what am I missing here? What can I do next time? Okay, let's say you had a great day and you were so on point with your exercise and your fitness, and then the next day you were like tired and you weren't feeling it. So reevaluate that situation. Okay, what could I have done better next time? You know what? I could have maybe just did some stretching and I could have went for a walk. I didn't have to do nothing and then just sit on the couch with some Ben and Jerry's. That's not moving you forward. I could have you know, caught myself when I was saying some crappy things to myself, and I could have replaced those 5 crappy things with 10 beautiful things. You have to be constantly tracking your progress and evaluating your life and deciding at this moment, am I choosing to continue moving up that hill, because eventually I'm going to get to that beautiful sunset. I'm going to see that beautiful skyline. I'm going to get up that hill. Or are you just going to let yourself regress right back down? Are you going to go all the way back down the hill only to have to restart again over and over and over again because you're not willing to open your eyes and see those things? And a lot of the times we get stuck in this, oh, but it's so hard for me. I this, I that, I have this, I have that, I have this, that. Poor me. This happened. This. You are the only one in charge of your emotions. You are the only one that's going to make you move forward, unless you have me pushing you up the damn hill, because I will, and I'm known to do that. But eventually that gets old. And I've seen this happen many, many times. Like, you have to learn to take accountability for that. You have to learn to grasp. You have to learn to align yourself with your higher self. You have to learn which voice you want to listen to. That positive voice in your head that tells you you can do something, or that negative voice that tells you, just stop, just quit. I can't do this. I'll start on Monday. I'll do it again. Oh, just for now. Who cares? I don't like the way this looks, so I'm going to eat this and this and that and whatever. Who cares? It's taking those steps day by day and being patient. It's like it's the marathon, not the sprint. What I'm doing, is this sustainable? Is this something that can keep me moving forward? Is this something that I can keep up with? Is this something that can be part of my life? And those are the questions you want to ask yourself. It's never easy. Getting the jump start can be hard, and sometimes the fire gets put out. But what are you going to do to relight that fire? Who are you going to surround yourself with? How are you going to get moving forward? So, my friend, a couple things. Surround yourself with like-minded people who want that for yourself and who want that for themselves. Trying to, live a positive life in a non-positive environment can be really difficult. Evaluate your mindset. What are the things you say to yourself on an everyday basis? Evaluate what you put into your body, because food is energy. Food is a source. Food is respected. It's sacred on so many different levels. Evaluate your activities. What do you do on an everyday basis? Are you tired of being tired? Tired of feeling sluggish? Go through and just evaluate all those things in your life and make a plan. Plan something. Don't just say you're going to do it. Do it. Stop what you're doing right now and do it. If you feel you can't be surrounded by those environments, it doesn't have to be like right there in your face. Like, listen to it constantly. Do you spend time watching TV, the news, things that maybe are going to put you in a funk? Or do you spend time listening to things that are going to inspire you? Listening to people who can give you beautiful words of advice. So just kind of sit with that. It doesn't have to happen overnight. It takes a little bit of time and obviously some effort. But you're worth it. You're worth it. And it's important that you know that for yourself. All right? So keep moving. Keep trucking. Take those steps. Move, my friend.